After a full day in Gyeongju, we hopped on the bus and headed to Busan, the port city that pulses with life, color, and the unmistakable scent of the sea. First stop, Jagalchi Fish Market, the city's gastronomic heart and the largest seafood market in all of South Korea. Here, everything is about freshness, variety, and the courage to look an octopus in the eye before you eat it. The market runs daily, from around 5 a.m. until about 8 p.m., basically, as long as the ocean stays awake. The outdoor section is bursting with color, sound, and energy. Rows of bright stalls line the street, run by the legendary ajumma, those energetic ladies who are the beating heart of every Korean market. They greet you with warm smiles and proud recommendations, like seafood ambassadors of Busan. On their stalls, you'll find everything the ocean ever produced, and maybe a few creatures it invented just for this market. Blue crabs, acrobatic octopuses, shiny clams, bubblegum pink salmon, feisty eels, and dozens of other species that make you wonder if you've stepped into a marine fashion show. A few steps further, you'll find the static stars of this oceanic spectacle. Dried fish, laid out, strung up, or displayed like crispy jewelry. Some look like Christmas ornaments with a hint of sea breeze. Others seem ready to tell you stories from their life underwater. And for the hungry ones, there's plenty of ready-to-eat seafood too. Fried, grilled, smoked, glazed, caramelized, brushed with mysterious sauces, and served on sticks or steaming plates. The sizzling sounds, salty air, and cheerful calls of the vendors blend together into a delicious chaos where you're not sure whether to film, eat, or apologize to an octopus for what's about to happen. Inside the covered area, things are a bit calmer. Here, the fresh fish is cleaned, sliced, packed, or prepped for local restaurants. The scent of the sea mixes with that of seaweed and soy sauce, and there's this constant feeling that you've stepped into something deeply authentic, a place where tradition breathes through every splash and shout. At Jagalchi, you don't just see the sea, you taste it, smell it, touch it, and sometimes it touches you back. It's a place where fish have more personality than K-drama actors, where fresh means still moving, and where you leave with a happy stomach and a bag of dried fish that'll remind you of Busan long after you've gone home. After so much sea on a plate, we figured it was time to see the real sea. But before hitting the beach, we made a strategic and absolutely delicious stop at the Haeundae Traditional Market, a lively food heaven just steps away from the sand. Open from early morning until late at night, the market never sleeps. Here, life moves to the rhythm of sizzling pans and tourists trying and failing to pronounce tteokbokki correctly. Every corner hides a temptation. Haeundae, a savory seafood and green onion pancake that looks simple until you taste it and suddenly want to move to Korea. Korean skewers, chicken, fish, veggies, all perfectly grilled and glazed. Twigum, basically, if it can be fried, it will be fried. Vegetables, seaweed, squid, shrimp, sweet potatoes, the golden kingdom of happy cholesterol. Korean hot dog, the local twist on the classic, coated in crispy batter, stuffed with cheese and sprinkled with sugar. Yes, sugar. Don't question it. Just bite. Between the sizzling stalls, you'll find fried whole squid, crispy shrimp, colorful vegetable fritters, and people happily munching on everything straight from the stick. Steam fills the air, the scent of garlic and chili lingers, and just beyond the market, you can hear the waves from Haeundae Beach. It's the perfect place to learn one simple truth. In Busan, there's no such thing as a small snack. Everything's a feast. Then, Haeundae Beach, Korea's most famous beach, greeted us with the sea breeze and soft sand. In the evening, the beach transforms into a true spectacle. People strolling barefoot on the sand, young couples laughing and taking photos, and the atmosphere is full of life and energy. It's the moment when Busan turns into an autumn festival, where the city, the sea, and the people all celebrate together. The air is filled with a mix of ocean scents, street food aromas, and a touch of adventure. After enjoying the sea and sand at Haeundae Beach, we headed next to one of the liveliest streets in the area, Gunam-ro, in the heart of Haeundae District. Gunam-ro greets you with street lights, playful shop windows, and the energy of a young city. This commercial avenue stretches between the metro station and the beach, full of cafes, bars, restaurants, souvenir shops, and also game arcades and prize machines. Here, among pastries, cold drinks, and quick snacks, you can try your luck at a day-back claw machine, that mechanical arm that tries to grab a plush toy or another shiny prize. You'll also find Gritty, a capsule toy shop full of colorful surprises. There, you can try your luck with capsules containing figurines, miniature toys, or fun gadgets, perfect for adding a small trophy to your Gunam-ro memories. After all these adventures, lights, flavors, and laughter, we felt it was time to return to the hotel, sink into the comfort of our room, and rest, ready for the next day's discoveries. The next day, we headed to Haedong Yonggungsa Temple, spectacularly perched on the cliffs above the sea. On the path leading to the temple, the first thing that catches your eye are the two white elephants sculpted at the entrance. In Buddhism, the elephant represents wisdom, strength, longevity, and mental purity. And the white elephant is associated with Buddha's birth. His mother, Maya, dreamed of a white elephant before conception, symbolizing kindness and enlightenment. The two elephants mark balance and harmony, protecting the temple entrance and emphasizing its connection to the sea and the natural elements. After the elephants, you encounter the first Varapala, the traditional guardian who watches over the sacred space. Next are the 12 zodiac statues, known as Sibijishin or the 12 zodiac generals. Each figure has the head of a zodiac animal and a human body, representing spiritual qualities and protective powers. They ward off evil spirits and bring good luck to those who pray sincerely. For example, rat, intelligence and prosperity. Tiger, courage and protection. Dragon, authority, luck and enlightenment. Each general corresponds to an element and helps visitors overcome inner obstacles, harmonizing the zodiac with Buddha's teachings. After the 12 statues stands the second Varapala, marking the end of the protective row of zodiac generals and the transition into the main temple area, maintaining spiritual balance and safeguarding visitors. A major highlight is the Bodhisattva Dragon King statue, which watches over the sea and travelers. This statue symbolizes protection, safety, harmony, and spiritual power, reminding us of the profound connection between humans, nature, and Buddha's teachings. After passing the Bodhisattva Dragon King statue and the traffic safety prayer pagoda, we finally arrive at the heart of the complex, Haedong Yonggungsa Temple. Spectacularly perched on cliffs descending sharply toward the Sea of Japan, known here as the East Sea, the temple is one of the most unusual in South Korea. Unlike most Buddhist temples, which are typically built in the mountains, Haedong Yonggungsa embraces the sea, and the sound of the waves becomes part of its spiritual tranquility. The temple was originally built in 1376 during the Goryeo dynasty by the Buddhist monk Naung Haejin, who also served as the spiritual advisor to King Gongmin. Legend says that the goddess of compassion, Gunam-ro Avalokiteshvara, appeared to Naung in a dream and told him to build a temple by the sea so that people would be blessed with peace and prosperity. The temple's name, Haedong Yonggungsa, meaning the Temple of the Dragon Palace of the East Sea, reflects this divine connection to the Dragon King of the Sea, protector of the waters, fishermen, and all who travel across the ocean. The main prayer hall, Daeunjeon, rises above the waves, surrounded by pagodas and smaller altars. Every corner of the temple holds its own story and meaning. The golden Buddha statue, shining in the sunlight, symbolizes enlightenment and spiritual abundance. The Hasuguanamgak Pavilion, dedicated to the goddess of compassion, faces the sea as a blessing for those seeking peace and clarity. Whether you come here for prayer, contemplation, or simply to enjoy the harmony between sea and spirit, Haedong Yonggungsa makes you feel as if you've reached a place where earth, water, and sky meet in perfect balance. A temple that feels both closer to the heavens and deeply anchored in the soul. After the calm of the sea, we change the rhythm with an explosion of color. Gamcheon Culture Village, often called the Santorini of Korea. Originally a poor village built in the 1950s to house refugees from the Korean War, Gamcheon was transformed in 2009 through a national art project. Students, artists, and locals painted the houses in bright colors, decorated the streets with sculptures and murals, and turned the entire village into an open-air gallery. Today, it's home to artists, families, and small shop owners who keep the community's vibrant spirit alive. A blend of authenticity, creativity, and nostalgia. Every alley hides a surprise. A painted door, a message on a wall, or a breathtaking view of the city and the port of Busan. From there, we headed to Oryukdo Skywalk, a glass walkway suspended above the sea. Beneath our feet, the waves crashed against the rocks, and the view opened up toward the horizon. The transparent floor gave the feeling of walking directly over the water, each step a mix of adrenaline and the spectacle of nature. A short distance away, we reached Songdo Skywalk, another spectacular walkway that winds above the turquoise waters. It follows the coastline, offering panoramic views of Songdo Beach and the cable cars gliding silently over the bay. It's the perfect spot for one last look at Busan, a city that breathes in sync with the sea. At the end of the day, we boarded the ferry to Fukuoka, Japan. The evening wind, the waves gently lapping against the ship, and the lights of Busan port fading in the distance. A perfect ending to a journey through South Korea that combined tradition, flavor, and adventure. But the journey wasn't over yet. Japan awaited with new cities to explore, flavors to taste, and stories to uncover. Stay tuned for the next chapters of our adventure as we continue across the sea into the land of the rising sun.